What's up, guys? Welcome to the U. By Undrafted Sports, even the best players go undrafted. Today we're going to talk about some NHL. We got some trade talk. We got Crosby, who got ejected from his last game in LA. Crosby was given a misconduct for chirping the refs after a penalty, and then he got a 10-minute misconduct and then a game misconduct, and the LA fans were waving goodbye. What'd you guys think about that?
That was hilarious. I mean, Crybaby Crosby, it's where it started from. I mean, just funny to see it. It just sucks also to see that, like, you're a professional player and you're getting a 10-minute misconduct and then a game misconduct. Are you kidding me? Shape up. Shape up. You've been in the league for how many years?
Way too many. Over 20.
One
You
of
know
the
better.
most prized players in the league, too, doing that. It's not a good look.
Just got to do better than that, bro.
Almost LeBron-esque, I'd say.
More or
Jeez.
less.
Not quite at that level, but just wanted to touch on that a little bit. But our main thing today, trade talk. A lot of trade talk going around. We saw Vladimir Tarasenko went to the Rangers. That was kind of the big blockbuster trade that happened.
Huge splash for the Rangers. Love to see that.
Should help their wingers get a little better.
Scored first shift once he was traded there, right?
Oh yeah, 3 minutes into the game. So,
Yeah, Panarin passed it across the crease, and Tarasenko was just happened to be there. Put it in. Electric to see. I mean, you loved how the Rangers fans were all into it. I mean, that's just New York Rangers fans are all happy right now after seeing that. I mean, how could you not be?
At the Garden, too.
At the Garden. I mean, also he was given the first star at the end of the night, which was also really cool to see. So, Rangers fans, I hope you're happy with them. I think you guys will do really good with them.
We are. We're happy. It's I've never been this big of a fan of Russians, but but Tarasenko and Panarin, man, they do work out there. So gets me excited for playoffs coming up.
I think the trade, though, that we can really talk about, how the Rangers basically fleeced the Blues, bro. I mean, you gave up young talent, but at the end of the day, you're getting a star who's always wanted to play with Panarin. They played before. I mean, you've seen how they played. I mean, was it really too much of a big bargain for the Rangers?
Big market in New York, too. I mean,
Huge
if
market.
they wanted to, they could buy those players back in 5 or 7 years. So
Exactly. I mean, at this point, the Rangers are a very young team. Got some stars up there too, at the end of their careers. But I mean, dude, they look like the cup winners right now. How do you feel about that?
I'd say contenders for sure, but that's just me being a hopeful Rangers fan.
Don't want to jinx them, but
Listen, we gave up. So the trade was Tarasenko 50% retained to the Rangers. Sammy Blais in exchange for Sammy Blais, Hunter Skinner, who's a prospect, and the 2023 first. And the Rangers have two of them. They're trading the lower of the two firsts and a fourth round pick. So they kind of gave up a little bit of a haul there, but
that's a package, but
and Tarasenko's
I mean-
contract's up at the end of the year.
okay, well, New York's always a win now team, aren't they? And that's a package, but Sammy Blais,
yeah.
what were you guys gonna do with him anyway?
He was playing in Hartford for a little bit this year, so in the minors. He went 30 games without scoring a goal. It just brutal.
In the
man.
minors?
No. He
Okay.
scored in the minors. Don't worry. But
Thank goodness.
but yeah, after he looked good last season, but once he got knocked out with that ACL, he got slew-footed by PK Subban. I don't know how you guys felt about that, but I definitely didn't like it.
I didn't either.
But after that, he came back this season and just looked terrible. So I'm happy to get rid of him.
It's hard to come back from injuries sometimes. Not
Especially
every
an
player
ACL.
can, and it is very dependent on the injury, especially when it's that major of an injury. So.
Yeah, ACL. That's terrible.
I mean, although Sammy Blais haven't been having the best season, I think that a new location might bring some hope. You never know.
Well, the Rangers got him from St. Louis.
Oh.
So he's just going right back to St. Louis. That was part of the Pavel
I know
Buchnevich
that.
trade.
Ah, okay. All right.
So a lot of Rangers fans did not like that trade.
Yeah, I wouldn't have either.
Yeah,
I see why.
I don't blame
Yeah.
them. I'm happy to get Tarasenko though.
Yeah. Hopefully it works out, but I mean, it's looking great so far. Rangers fans, I hope you're hopeful.
So a little bit more, sticking with the Rangers though. Kravtsov, their young, I think he was a rookie last season. He's available for trade now. So I think he requested to be traded too. I think that was earlier today.
Yeah. I mean, young winger, obviously now with the Tarasenko trade going on, probably not as much ice time,
No room for him.
no room. I mean, obviously I would even request a trade, but I hope Rangers could get a nice little haul for him. Maybe like kind of like reverse the role of the whole Tarasenko trade, but I don't know. If I'm the Rangers, I'm not looking to push him out, and I mean, if the right trade is called my name, I might have to pick it up and say, accept it.
So as a Rangers fan, I liked Kravtsov. I really enjoyed him on the Rangers. He just never really found a spot in the lineup, and he never like produced enough to where management had to keep him in the lineup, you know. So he was back and forth between the minors, which he did not like being down there.
Of course
He
not.
voiced that a lot of Rangers fans don't like him because of that. And yeah, I mean, I think he just needs a new home. I think he'll become a pretty good player at somewhere else. But
Yeah, it would suck as a Rangers fan to see him go, but at the end of the day, it's a business.
It
So
would be good for him, man. He's trying to improve and develop. He can't do
Yeah,
that.
he can't do that.
he's
now.
playing fourth line minutes, third line minutes, and the Rangers have too many young studs in like
And
in
old
other-
studs. They just
Yeah,
got
exactly.
too many good players.
they're pretty
Exactly.
complete, if you have to ask me.
He just doesn't fit into the mix anymore. But yeah, enough of the Rangers talk. We'll move on to Jacob Chikrin, who's star defenseman in Arizona. He is on the trade block. He's a healthy scratch for the second game in a row tonight, which is
Why are the Yotes healthy scratching him?
because they want to trade him.
He wants out. They know he wants out. I mean, I don't know. Coyotes are obviously not a good team, and they're young, and they're trying to rebuild. But I feel like Chikrin is a very big piece into that developing, rebuilding stage. And
He's a star.
trading him, you're gonna have to ask for a lot for him. I mean, how could you not? Healthy scratching him. I mean, I get it, but Chikrin, I would try to ride it out for the rest of the year. But if I'm the Yotes and I get the right trade for him, you never know.
He's been on the trade block since last year, and they have not gotten a good enough offer. I guess they rejected a first and Velarde for him from the Kings last year. The Kings are still the main team that's interested, but yeah, I mean,
Seems like they can't get.
Can't balance it
It's
out.
like this or this. Like,
yeah,
They can't balance it.
they don't want to give up young talent, and I don't know. I guess Arizona wants all the. I mean, as they should. I mean, Chikrin's a star, so
He's been a trooper too. He is a
Yeah.
star, and he's been stuck with the Yotes for a while now. He's been a trooper.
But I mean, I guess now's the time to sell him, right? If you can't win with him, gotta get him out.
definitely the time to sell him. The Jets and the Flames are also teams that are interested in that. But yeah, Jacob Chikrin.
I mean,
I want to see him on the Jets. That'd be cool.
yeah, pair him up with Morrissey.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be nice.
Ooh, that'd be an insane
Yeah.
defense.
They're down with the Jets a little bit too.
That would help the Jets really push for a true playoff spot. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
they've always been neck and neck, with the Stars and just sometimes they get the bad end of the stick, but
Another star or two over there would.
really solidify them.
Yeah.
Help out Hellebuck a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, Chikrin's played in the league for a little bit, so he knows the ropes.
I feel like
That's
they
a
need to
good
trade
piece.
like the Tarasenko trade too. Like they just need another winger, something on offense in the mix. Because Kyle Connor and who else do they have over there?
Ellers?
Blake Wheeler.
Oh, Blake Wheeler, yeah. But
You got
he's on-
Line A, right?
No, he's on the Blue Jackets. Yeah, that was last off season, I think.
They got Connor. They got Scheifele. Mark
Scheifele too, yeah.
So, I mean, Jets can use them. I mean,
Can't wait to see the whiteout in the playoffs over there in Winnipeg. Another player on the trade block, Patrick Kane. We all know he's been there for a while. He's
don't tell me, man.
not necessarily wanted out. Yeah, big Chicago fan over here. He said he was disappointed that the Rangers made the trade to get Tarasenko because the Rangers was one of the spots he was looking at.
And the Rangers, like, in last season and the season before, showed interest in him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then now, when they actually want to sell him, then the Rangers aren't interested anymore. That's unfortunate.
Well, I think it was kind of like a mutual thing with Patrick Kane and the Blackhawks. Like, he didn't really want to go anywhere, but he wanted to be on a team that wins, and the Blackhawks are the furthest thing from that. So
yeah, he was always good about that though. I always thought he'd be like a Lillard. I thought he was always on like the Lillard type beat. It's like, all right, I'm just gonna ride out my career here. This is where I am. This is where I want to be. I'm a have my whole career here, but
Yeah.
that surprises me a lot actually, especially
Well,
like at this in his career too. Like, why didn't they do that like last season or the season before, right?
Well, they wanted to, and I don't know, man. I would have loved to see him and Panarin working together. It would have been they played together his rookie year, or Panarin's rookie year, when he was on the Blackhawks and he won Rookie of the Year. Him and Patrick Kane were like magic, but
Panarin went Blackhawks, then to the Blue
Columbus.
Jackets, then to the Rangers.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I mean, as a Blackhawks fan, you don't want to see Patty Kane go, but, you know, he's getting towards the end of his career and, you know, he's cup chasing, so.
As a non-Blackhawks fan, I would love to see Patty Kane go. I can never get to see him play. They never are prime time. I never see him in the playoffs or anything. I'd love to see him go somewhere and do good for his last couple of years. He deserves it.
He's just been a Blackhawk, like, you know, his whole career, so. You know, it's hard trading him. But.
He won 3 cups with them, and then the organization kind of just wanted to rebuild. So I mean, they didn't have any young guys coming up into the mix because they were so good for so long. So they wanted to start a rebuild, and Patrick Kane was not a part of that apparently.
Well, player.
I mean, yeah, I want him to go to a cup contending team. I wish he could have come to the Rangers, but
Oh my gosh, imagine he goes to like Edmonton. Oh my gosh, that'd be sick. That'd be so sick.
I just don't want him in the Metro. That's all I care about. Keep him out of the Metro. Hope like maybe like a Pacific or Atlantic type of deal, but
Yeah, stay in the West.
yeah, stay in
the
please.
West if you want to win.
Yeah, please.
the Wild, the Hurricanes, and the Golden Knights are the 3 main teams.
Put him
interested
on the
in him.
Minnesota Wild.
And
please.
the Kings were a big team that was interested in him last year, so I wouldn't count them out.
I don't want him on the Wild. I want him on the Canes or the Knights. He would be fun to watch on that team. Those teams are so fun to watch.
Eichel.
Wild isn't that fun to watch.
I mean, with Kaprizov.
Canes and Knights excite me.
But I feel like if Patty Kane wants to go to the Wild, that makes them exciting. You know, they got Kaprizov and Patty Kane. Let's see what they can do. You know,
Yeah.
Zuccarello too.
Zook, yep.
They already do magic out there, so add Patty Kane to that mix. That's a crazy power player.
And plus, I said it a few podcasts ago that I'm not a huge Wild fan. I don't really think they can make the playoffs. I mean, they got the talent, but adding Patty Kane might change my opinion. So that's how I think of it. And I don't want him on the Hurricanes because just don't want him in the Metro. That division's
because
just
I don't
already
want the Hurricanes to win anything.
rooting for you, my man. But Golden Knights would be cool too. I mean, seeing them with Eichel, that'd be cool. I mean, obviously, as we know, the Knights are injury prone, so could definitely help them out. Obviously, keep them in the run-in for a playoff spot. So
Absolutely.
just not the Hurricanes, and definitely not any other team in the Metro.
Yeah, good point. What the hell is up with Vegas's ice?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's like MetLife, the whole MetLife thing.
Oh yeah,
People just get injured in Vegas.
Yeah.
just sucks. But
So, moving on, the more trade talks, obviously. The Sharks, they're selling. Timo Meier, Erik Karlsson.
Bring him to the Devils, baby. Bring him to the Devils. Oh my gosh.
That's all I hear
Oh
from
my
my Devils
gosh.
fans. That's
Oh
all
my
I hear.
gosh. I mean, I gotta listen to you talk about the Rangers every podcast. I say one Devils thing ever. God forbid.
He was another guy that the Rangers were supposedly interested in. I'm not upset that we didn't get him. I mean, he's probably a better player than Tarasenko, but I mean, definitely a better player than Tarasenko. But he, I don't know. I think he'll do good on whatever team he goes to. They're asking for a lot for him though. They're asking for a first and 1 or 2 prospects. I'm guessing the prospects are gonna have to be pretty good. You
Yeah,
know?
rightfully so.
Yeah.
Personally, I think if the Sharks were to sell Timo Meier, I think that's so outlandish. I think it's silly. I think it's just childish. I don't even why. Timo Meier is your star piece. You're building around Timo Meier, right? Young star, obviously has shown that he can play in the NHL and put up points. But dude, the Sharks, obviously they're not good. They're trying to rebuild still, and I think Timo Meier is that piece to rebuild with. So trading him, obviously you're gonna need a lot to get him, but I personally think when the deadline comes, he's going to just be still in San Jose.
That's what I was thinking. They're rebuilding. Trade an old star like Karlsson. Don't trade a young star that you should be building around.
Yeah,
And Timo
exactly.
Meier.
Exactly.
Well, they still have Tomas Hertl, who's I think he's a couple years younger than Meyer, but
Yeah.
they got him. They just shipped off Brent Burns last offseason, so
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah. I mean, I think
those
that's
are
what
the
they
type
should-
of players they should be dishing
Yeah.
off. Brent Burns is on his last legs. Not playing like it, but he is.
yeah.
He's a beast still.
But the point you just brought up about Karlsson, I mean, he's obviously had a career year, putting up he's got 70 points right now or something. Crazy.
Norris
Dude,
level.
he has had a crazy career. I
Exactly.
don't even call it a career year.
Exactly.
He's
Completely agree.
crazy.
But
2017. That's the best defenseman I've ever seen.
oh
Yeah,
yeah,
2017
100%.
Erik Karlsson.
I mean, he's been shown his 2017 self, but like I'm saying, Karlsson right now obviously is getting older. Star obviously. If I'm the Sharks, I'm selling him. It's one of his career years. Why sell Timo Meier, who's still young, obviously can play? I mean, I think you get more out of Karlsson. I mean,
Not only that, they should be building around Meyer and Hertl.
yeah.
Because
exactly.
if they could build around them and create a foundation around them, they'll be good in 5-10 years.
Exactly.
You know,
And
less.
Carlson right now on the year that he's having is the best time to sell him.
yeah.
Best time. It's the
100%.
highest you can get him. then his ceiling.
And the Sharks are the last team that needs
Yeah.
needs Karlsson right now.
Exactly.
This is perfect for the Sharks that he's having that career year, because now they're gonna get like last year, 2 years ago, they probably would have gotten a first for him, but
Yeah.
still, that's a huge contract. That's and he wasn't playing good, so now that he's playing good, they're asking for a lot. 3 first-round picks was the last I heard.
Oh wow.
But I mean, I don't know. We'll see what actually happens. And I heard Edmonton was the main team interested. That would be fun to see.
And
That'd be
Karlsson?
awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be awesome to see. I mean, seeing him with McDavid and Draisaitl, pairing him up with Nurse too. How are you gonna go wrong? I mean, putting a star defender like that, obviously, like I said before, having a career year. I mean, again, that makes Oilers a super team again. I mean, Oilers obviously have bad playoff luck. Add Karlsson, maybe that playoff luck is.
I don't think they
a
got
little
bad
bit better than last
playoff luck.
season.
I think they lack depth.
Yeah, that is
100%.
true. That is true. They're not
And that would
very-
be huge.
Yeah.
Because who do they have? They have Nugent Hopkins, Draisaitl, McDavid, Nurse.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
That is literally pretty
Yeah.
much it. Maybe Hyman.
Yeah, Hyman.
But other than that,
Evander
that's
Kane will
that's
come
it.
back.
Oh, Evander Kane is back.
Oh, he's
He's back. He's back. I forgot about him. Yeah, he's a star.
That's a huge piece.
Hey,
Exactly.
speaking of puck, fantasy hockey team just scored Dylan Larkin.
Hey.
Ooh, having a good year this year, eh?
Yeah, he is.
But to go back to this whole Edmonton talk, I mean, obviously adding Erik Karlsson is in the mix. But with Evander Kane, he came from the Sharks to the Oilers, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Correct me if I'm wrong. They've been in trade talks previously. what makes you think Edmonton can't get Erik Karlsson? They've worked out trades before,
Yeah.
so might see it by March 3rd. So
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Trade deadline March 3rd. Send us who you want to go to certain places and who you think is going to go certain places. We'll feature on the next episode. Is that all we got?
That's all we got.
All right. Thanks for watching. Till next week.